Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Spoken. Today's segment of the NBA Finals, Game 1, which took place on yesterday. The OKC Thunder versus the Miami Heat. And sadly, the Heat lost on yesterday. You know, the name of the playoffs is, of course, play hard and go home. Will the Miami Heat go home with no trophy again? We'll find out in the next several games. I know he's not liking it, that's my best one.
He won't look me in the eye when he says it. He won't look me in the eye when he says it. There we go. Now that I like the brass set you got on you now. I like it.
I thought you were asking me. You know my answer.
Yeah, you just called it sweet before we started airing. What's
No,
up
I
with
didn't
that?
call no sweep.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't call no sweep, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did get swept.
Yeah. Wouldn't be
Wow,
surprised.
OKC took place on last night, and wow, it's had a performance. The Heat led the first half, second half was a different ball game. Westbrook and Durant took over that second half, especially for the quarter with KD. Wow, what do you think about that, Derek? What do you see in the Heat? Because LeBron was going to the basket quite early and with ease.
Just a team that's inconsistent. I'm starting to question their team's basketball IQ because they come out and they do things so well in some games, and then the second half rolls around. It's kind of like they go blank. Like, we just forgot what got us here.
Right.
I'm like,
Is that coaching?
well, it's part of coaching too, but these guys are pros and they should have a very high basketball IQ. LeBron should know, or if I'm doing this in the first half and it's working, I need to keep going to it.
Right.
Sometimes I don't have to. Eric Spoelstra shouldn't have to tell me to keep getting to the basket or keep being aggressive. I should already know that. And a lot of times they just go totally away from what they do. I don't know. I mean, their coaching is a little bit of it, but that's maybe later on we'll talk about that, how I feel about the coaching. But I don't know, man. I mean, they were up and Oklahoma kept fighting, and if I'm Miami fan, I'm concerned because James Harden didn't play well, Ibaka didn't play well. I don't think by Oklahoma standards they played well overall as a team, and they still won by 9, going away. And they put up 105 points with James Harden scoring 5. It'd be crazy if they think he's going to score another 5 points.
Right.
So the game that Miami was right there to win, they wasn't even good enough
They
to
could
win it.
have won that game.
They wasn't good enough to win it. They wasn't good enough to win it because they can't score with Oklahoma. Miami can't put up 100 points every night like that. That team puts up 100 points in a blink of an eye.
Last night was a tale of two halves. The first half, the Heat made it look easy. They made it look like they were going to roll. They played as a team, they passed as a team, they defended as a team, they scored as a team. As simple as that. In the second half, for some reason, like Derek just said, which I completely agree with, they didn't do the same. They didn't follow it up. The Thunder came back and said, listen, we're going to win at home, no matter what it takes. They answered back. They made second half adjustments. The Heat did not. That does come down to coaching. Because whether people believe it or not, Scotty Brooks actually does have the advantage. I don't care if Spoelstra's been in the finals before. Scotty Brooks is the better coach, flat out, period. You see a 23-year-old, 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 22-year-olds, 24-year-olds responding to this young coach. You don't see veterans responding to Eric Spoelstra. That means he doesn't have the respect of this team. Simple as that.
Good point.
You know, some of the notes that I have from this game, you know, the biggest one obviously is the fact that Durant and Westbrook alone in the second half outscored the entire Heat team 41-40.
Wow.
The Thunder as a whole outscored them 58-40. Durant in the first half had 19 points. Not great. I mean, it's not like a great defensive stop. Obviously, 19 points is 19 points in the first half. But the problem is he had 17 in the fourth quarter alone. So obviously they got away from their defensive strategy, which was kind of working. You go from containment to devastating. You go from letting a man just literally. You go from not stopping a man, but kind of slowing him down a little bit, not letting him have easy jump shots to being 10 feet open every single time he shoots. I think we saw a lot of things in Durant last night that we maybe have never seen before. And the fact that this guy was started demanding the ball later in the game. He hadn't done that consistently, and he finally started doing it. And I like seeing that out of the guy. And I think that, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think they do need to try, and I will say try with caps, try to double team Durant. The reason I say that, and I know Derek will not agree with me, and I'll let him explain why he feels that it's not that's wrong, is the fact that if you try to double team and take away the biggest threat, you're going to force Westbrook to try to beat this team by himself. Because Harden, I know he's going to play. He's going to be fine. But Harden is not the guy that's going to lead your team against the team in the finals, against your opponent in the finals. He's not going to. He's going to be a complimentary player. Westbrook is the next guy after Durant. So you're going to have to rely on Westbrook not to make bad choices. And we all know the guy does it on better, more bad choices than pretty much anybody in the NBA.
Yeah.
So you're going to force him. And I think that they should try to double Durant, make him have contested shots. Even though he'll still probably make them, it's going to be a lot tougher for him to make them. Take away their biggest threat, you have a much better chance of winning.
How do you stop Durant?
You don't double team.
You don't stop Durant, but
You don't double team Durant.
Yeah.
If you're going to double team somebody from Oklahoma, you're going to double team Westbrook. If you Durant is too smart and too intelligent of a basketball player, he will find open guys and will pick you apart because he's very unselfish. Westbrook sometimes makes really poor decisions with one-on-one coverage. Now you want to put him. I watched last night where they double teamed Westbrook a couple times down. He turned the ball over both of those times and then double team because you're forcing Westbrook to think in certain situations and he doesn't do a good job under pressure like that. And I need to see because I don't know if I trust him in a double team to be able to find an open man because Westbrook's the type of guy, and he's a great player, but he'll get the ball in a double team instead of finding open guys. He'll say, you know what, I don't care. I'm still better than these two guys, and I'll take these guys.
But wouldn't that help the thought, though, of double teaming Durant? Because think about it. You just said that Russell Westbrook makes terrible decisions on single man, one-on-one. So you can rely on the fact he's going to make bad plays with one guy, so you can worry about the double team on Durant. You don't need a double team because he's already going to make bad choices.
You're not going to be, if you double team Durant, first of all, you can't, who are you going to double team him with, first of all? LeBron didn't even want to guard him by himself.
But guarding one-on-one has not worked, obviously, so you need to at least try. Like
it's only one game. You guys are in panic mode?
No, I'm not. I'm saying this is about adjustments. We're talking about adjustments, correct?
Yeah,
was that the question? Right. Okay, the adjustment period needs to be now. You need to try something different. The one-on-one did not work. Durant single-handedly beat them in the fourth quarter.
I guarantee you anything that Durant will not be double-teamed in the series. And just watch the series, he will not be.
No, you're probably right. And like I said, like 5 minutes ago, it comes down to coaching.
No coach is going to. Durant has played against Popovich, Phil Jackson in the past, Rick Carlisle, all these championship coaches. Which one of them double teamed them?
I can't tell you.
None.
I can't say they didn't though.
None of them. Nobody double teamed them.
Here's the thing though.
You don't
the reason Doc Rivers didn't double, and they talked about it numerous times. Why aren't they double teaming LeBron James? Why aren't they double teaming LeBron James?
Because he's too good of a passer out of double
team. Is Durant?
He finds open guys. Durant, yes, he can.
He's just as good of a passer as LeBron.
No, he doesn't have to be to make the pass. You don't have to be a great.
Well, my point is this.
He's going to make the right play.
My point is this: LeBron James is just as good of a passer as a scorer. Durant is not. So if you double team him, you're taking away his whole game.
You're not going to.
He is a scorer, strictly a scorer. You pressure him and force him to take a contested shot.
I understand
open shot.
That's a cute idea. That's not going to work in the NBA Finals.
This isn't working the way they're doing it now.
It's been one game.
But he did that in the regular season against them both times.
And there's a reason why teams don't double team this guy. You're not going to double team LeBron. You're not going to double team Durant. They're going to find open guys. You double team LeBron, he's going to find Chalmers, he's going to find Battier, he's going to find all those guys. You can't. Why are you double teaming Wade? Because he makes dumb decisions when he's double. He turns the ball over.
Wade is equivalent to Westbrook.
Yes. Make them guys, put them guys in difficult thinking situations so that they don't react out of it. LeBron,
I think it's worth trying. What I'm saying, because obviously you know Durant's going to do his thing on one-on-one. You know he's going to do it. So if you try, you might see something you might like. You might say, hey, wait a minute, that worked a little bit. Let's try that again. You never know. This is the NBA Finals. This is the last chance. This is it. So you got to try whatever you can in order to win. They need to win game 2.
But you can't put all your eggs in one basket after one game either. You're gonna get killed. You can't show everything. You're not playing checkers. You're playing chess.
What I'm saying is this though. You cannot play catch up. You can't. This Thunder team is too good to try to just say we're just going to stick with the original game plan and hope we can win. And I have an interesting stat right here. It says the Thunder are the first team since 2003 to win 4 games after trailing by at least 13 points in one playoff year. This isn't a team you want to mess around with and say we're just going to give it our best by doing it this way no matter what. You got to try all different
avenues. If you double team Durant in this finals, you won't be coaching too long.
I don't think he's going to be coaching too long anyway. So might as well just keep. I'm just saying, man, you got to try whatever you try.
He might not need another job.
You got to pull out all guns, man. No holds barred. You got to do whatever you can.
How long is Durant? Durant's been in the league for what,
4 years.
4 years. Nobody double teamed Durant. For a reason. You're not going to double team. Playing straight up. LeBron's supposed to be the all-world defender.
But you can't tell me that no one's ever tried to double team.
All-world defender. You got your all-world defender there.
But we talked earlier.
Why didn't he guard him?
We talked earlier. No, he did. He did guard him. He
he's
did.
guarding him
Here's the
with the
thing.
No, why did he guard him in the fourth quarter? What was he at when
No,
Durant
I
was going nuts?
understand where you're going with that, but
chucked
let me
his
give
tail.
you my explanation. No, it has nothing to do with that. Actually, I heard that Spoelstra actually asked LeBron not to guard him up. They wanted Batty.
I don't care
Because think
about
about
that.
Think about
LeBron
this, guys.
said, I'm guarding him.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Durant did not guard LeBron later in the game and the middle of the game because of the fact they wanted to save Durant's legs for the scoring.
No.
Yes,
it's because they have
exactly what
Steph
they said.
Pelosi's. They have Steph Pelosi's.
Batty did not do a bad job against
Batty
LeBron.
ain't-
Kevin Durant.
We're running out of time for our first segment of the NBA Finals talk. Join us next time. Terry Love, Lance Twitwell, and Derek Williams. Getting very interesting talk. Join us next time.
Don't double team Durant.